Hey, great Wednesday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville. And let me tell you, it is so good to be back home. I am ecstatic as to be back in Brownsville because let me say, folks, although Peru was beautiful, and I'll talk a little bit about Peru and what went on with Peru. Although Peru is beautiful, guys, there is no place like home. There is no place in the world like Brownsville, Texas, and Brownsville, Texas will always be home, guys. And that's one of the things that I think that a lot of people just don't always get. Guys, este, I think what happens is that some individuals, because we opt sometimes to call out the bull crap that constantly flows through the city, through the district, through other governmental agencies, people automatically want to say, well, Erasmo just hates Brownsville. It's not the case, guys. I love Brownsville with all my heart. There is no other city in the world as amazing as Brownsville. But again, guys, that is one of the reasons why I want to continue to fight to maintain and preserve where we're at, but make things better along the way. And unfortunately for us, folks, things have not gotten any better in any way, shape, or form. And, one of the reasons why individuals go out there and try to, vote for people to be elected officials is because people tend to believe that things are going to change for the better, not for the worse. Not for the worse, for the better. And unfortunately, guys, that is not always the case, as we've seen here in the city of Brownsville. But let me say, guys, that you appreciate home a lot more when you're far away. And I miss Brownsville, guys. I missed Brownsville. I missed the studio. I missed being on here and presenting this amazing little setup, guys. Este, I missed y'all, and I truly did. One of the things about social media, though, you can stay connected with individuals. As that doesn't matter if you're in another continent, but you can still stay in communication. And I did my best to continue to stay in communication with everyone out here, guys. I did my best to make sure to have as many shows as was possible, despite the internet limitations, guys. But I think we did a fairly good job. And let me say, I do appreciate individuals that came on with us during this hiatus. Assad, thank you, man. You did an amazing job speaking to the board, and you did an amazing job with us here last night, man. Very, very proud of Assad. And again, I welcome Assad anytime that he wants to and opts to come on. More than welcome. Great, great young man. Thank you also, Roman. Despite the f bombs, I think he actually counted them. He said that he had said 46 f bombs, and I'm going like, well, I don't keep count stuff like that. But his excuse was, I thought we weren't live. I'm going like, well, you should have known. It was funny, but I want to thank Roman also for coming on. Let me get through the comments, and when we'll get down to the nitty gritty, we'll get down to business. Welcome back, Mr. Handsome Setting. I missed being here, guys. I missed the studio. The studio, guys. And guys, if you're on the YouTube, please like that page. The studio, guys. I'm very proud of it because it just started to come together piece by piece. And, we're at the point where we're at now. Now, is there room to improve the studio settings? There might be. A friend of mine has actually offered to do these like introduction videos and ending videos. So I'm not sure if he's going to get down to doing that, but I'll try it. I have some videos that have worked well for us in the past. So stuff like
Please, sir, I want some more.
What? 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 Ask for more?
I'm sorry. That still cracks me up.
Please, sir, I want some more.
What? 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 Ask for more?
Guys, I never get tired of that. Ever, ever, ever. But that's the only intro video I've ever had, and I might actually decide to use that and keep that using that one. Because let me tell you, that one is so, so cool. Thank you, Mike. Good morning, Janine. Good evening, Hermosa. Good evening, Noe, my man. Good evening, Tony. It's good to be back home, Bubba. Good evening. Good evening. So happy you're home. We missed you. I missed you all too, guys. I really, really did, and I'm very, very proud as that to be back home in Brownsville, Texas. Hey, look, guys. When I ran for mayor of the city of Brownsville, Royal. When I ran for mayor of the city of Brownsville, guys, part of my platform, and I've used this throughout my races because it's something that I truly am passionate for. Look, guys, I and you know me well. I'm not going to go out there and do lip service. I'm not going to, go out there and portray something that I'm not. So when we had questions in regards to how handsome I was, I mean, there's absolutely no doubt. This guy is handsome and totally not bad. No, guys, is that we must stay consistent, guys. And a lot of it has to do with, one of the things that Judge Judy says, if you always speak with the truth, you don't have to make up stuff along the way. And it's true, man. One of the things, again, while I was running for office, and it's always been part of my platform, guys, is I want our students to come back. I want our students to come back to Brownsville, Texas. That's the only reason we fight for Brownsville, Texas, guys. I want them to come back to something. We have very, very little to offer our students coming back, guys. And that's just the truth. One of my concerns was that, other cities throughout the valley have been growing and they've, seen a lot of progress. While we tend to be a little bit on the lax side, guys. Let me say, when I was driving in from Monterrey this morning, arrived at 8:35 in the morning. Picked up my car, my Mexican car. Thank you, mommy, daddy. Picked up my Mexican car and drove my pretty self back to Ansalduas Bridge, crossed over and came to Brownsville. But in that uh, space in between Cadereyta and Reynosa, guys, I saw two ads for the city of Weslaco. And I saw one gigantic ad for McAllen. And, it makes sense. I mean, we're trying to get these individuals to find a way to come over here. And the ones from Weslaco were kind of like interesting because I didn't even know Weslaco had an airport. And it's called Mid Valley something. Am I right, guys? I didn't know they had an airport, but the advertising that was there, I think, unless, I mean, I was speeding too much and didn't get the gist of it, but I think it was saying, come into a Weslaco airport and shop, 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 shop. Why can't we do that? Good evening. Welcome back, Esito. Thank you, amor. Guys, I just want our kids to come back. I want them to come back. I want them to find good paying jobs here. Unfortunately, guys, there is no good paying jobs here unless you're part of the compiler system. Then you'll find some good paying jobs. But I've been consistent all the way since I ran for mayor of the city of Brownsville. I want something different. I'm a little bit on the sleepy side. Erasmo saca los tacos. Actually, it's kind of funny. But right after church services, we have church service on Wednesday. I did stop up at Los Campeón Tacos. Those things suckers are good, man. It's on International and Tyler Street. So right out of the church service, we go up there and go get us some taquitos. And let me tell you, barbacoa, delish. And tacos de tripa, delish. Good evening. ¿Qué pasó, tío? ¿Cómo quedó tu viaje a Chile? Ah, fue a Perú, mi rey. Todavía no voy a Chile, pero al ratito voy a Chile. Ahorita nomás fui a Perú. Sí, amor. Welcome back. Where's the llama? Let me tell you, those suckers are so damn cute. Buenas noches, and Jessica. Buenas noches. Good evening, King. Welcome back, Mr. Brownsville. Thank you, Browntown Night. Love y'all, guys. Good evening. Good evening. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. But I came back with a lot of great memories, guys. Pinky's Luceria run or what? Mi rey, I think it's already closed, Papa. Ah! How sure is the DA thing as far as Pinguina goes? Is there proof of nepotism? Otherwise, this is a waste of time. Well, let's go. Let's go down into the nitty bitty gritty parts. Guys, I am concerned a little bit in regards to the next steps. I'm going to trust, guys, that there's been enough communication from the district attorney's office with BISD to where they are satisfied to move forward with forwarding the evidence into the hands of the district attorney. What I'm trying to say is, guys, if they thought that they didn't have a case, why send it to the district attorney? And I think, I mean, any good lawyer is going to tell you, don't get into a bar fight, if you can't fight. So if they are going to proceed in regards to forwarding this evidence that they have to the superintendent, then I think that we're going to be on a right path. With that said, let me say, guys, let me say this. I have been fairly hard on Veterans Administration. And I have been fairly hard on Veterans Administration because I continue to take my stance until I am proven incorrectly. That guys, they should never have hired that young girl. And I'm sorry, staff at Veterans Memorial should have known better. It comes now to my attention that there might be a slight possibility that the ones that turned in Minerva were Veterans Administration. If that is the case, I will retract and I will apologize. I will apologize to Veterans Memorial High School Administration if that is the fact. As of right now, the way it looks is that Minerva pressured not only HR, but Veterans Administration to hiring this individual. If that is the evidence that they have, then more than Minerva should have to suffer the consequences to these actions. It's just that simple. Good evening. Good evening. The other point on Snoopy's comment is, guys, let me say, I don't know. Remember, guys, that the district attorney's people, they endorsed and supported Minerva Peña in her recent run. The district attorney's people, they were helping Minerva during the recount. So will the district attorney go after Minerva or make a deal with her, to have favors returned later on? I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to trust. And again, I have all due respect to our district attorney's office. I'm going to trust that the district attorney is going to go after Minerva Peña 50% as much as he went after Erasmo Castro. And I'll be satisfied. And I will retract and I will go out there and say, great job, district attorney. As long as he goes after that piece of crap at 50% of what he came after Erasmo for a Class B misdemeanor, I'll be content. But until the day that anyone in this corrupt political machine that exists here, until that day, guys, that those individuals are brought forth, When those individuals get as much media, Channel 4 sucks, Channel 23 is just as bad. Media attention, then I'll retract. Until then. But I don't see it happening because they're all in it together, guys. They're all in it together. And the ones that get screwed ultimately are your children, folks. Your children. Because our children want to leave Brownsville and only return once a year for Christmas or for tamales or tacos. And that's it. So, guys, it all boils down to our kids realizing that this is their town. And to Assad last night, this is your time. And I'm very, very proud that individuals, guys, I think they said there was 14 individuals that had signed up for public comment yesterday. That's amazing, guys. And I heard some of the public comments out there. People were spot on. Isn't it trippy though, guys? To the individuals that spoke yesterday at the board meeting, isn't it trippy that you all have great ideas and you're not getting paid for it, guys? I mean, I see great ideas, guys, through social media, guys. A lot of the platforms that I've shared as of recent has been because of y'all's amazing comments, guys. Because we feed off each other. We support each other. So let me say, guys, I am concerned that ultimately we're going to lose our children. We're going to lose our children because no one is going to want to come back to Brownsville once they start to enjoy that dinerito. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Erasmo, Penguina removing herself from BXD events is a good chess move on her part. She wants to play the victim or she knows nobody wants her but around. If you listened closely, guys, you will realize really wasn't a sanction, guys. Because let me tell you guys, anyone that is going onto a campus has to be escorted. For as much as a lot of individuals wanted to bash on Erasmo for visiting campuses, guys, it was always with a principal, a dean, or someone from the school. I was never walking around by myself, guys. It's ridiculous. So if you look clearly, guys, it says she will continue to be present at board member events. That's what you're supposed to do. And if you're going to go onto campus, you have to have an escort. Guys, that already happens. What part of that doesn't already happen? Who the hell is walking through the schools without an escort? No one. No one. Not even board members, guys. So how does that make any sense? If you remember correctly, we had a groundbreaking ceremony that they excluded me from. That was a board member function. But in her case, she's being allowed to attend board member events. Again, look, I'm not criticizing the board. Probably did what they could. But let me tell you, Board of Trustees, she's playing you guys. And for Minerva, a dumbwit, an imbecile who doesn't have two brain cells in that big fat pig head with those 5-6 chins, guys, for her to be playing these guys just shows you the lack of knowledge that these folks have in regards to leading someone, leading a district, guys. For Minerva to be getting the upper hand, que vergüenza. And let me say, uh, uh, Little Eddie, uh, Dr. Tipton, Danielita, Little Rich Girl, and Denise La Muerta de Hambre. Let me tell y'all right now, if Minerva is successful, it's going to be down straight embarrassing for you all. Because Minerva outwitted you? Again, we don't know what was discussed in executive session. But if Minerva gets away with this, guys, let me tell you, big applause for Minerva if she gets away with this. Big applause. Because she not only put her daughter in law in the grave, she also supported Sylvia in every single illicit thing that she did. Her and racist Drew Brown. Good evening, Adora. Good evening. Good evening. Roman last night went from Disney to a Red Fox record really quick. 46 F bombs. Roman cussing up a storm was the most continuous cussing I heard in a while. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why, and I'm sure he's going to listen to this later on. Well, that's one of the reasons why I thought he was just trying to be Roman. Like, ooh, Xafis. But I get that a lot. I get that a lot from a lot of the individuals out there. They're craving for that little bit of attention. Let me say I was asked today uh, in regards to blocking an individual, and I said it's very simple. I blocked the individual because they were getting short. They were being hocicones on one of my wedding posts. And let me say, guys, if you do not want to congratulate the couple, that's your call, your choice. Don't congratulate them. Don't try to embarrass my people out there. Because what happens is then less and less individuals are going to want to come and, uh, you know, uh, incur into Erasmo Castro services to officiate weddings. And let me say something else for the individuals that are sending these individuals to me to try and do something wrong. Let me tell y'all, guys, going to do my darndest to always do the right thing. So I'm not going to accept an ID if it's a copy. I'm not going to fall for that. I'm not going to let anyone dictate what type of wedding ceremony I'm going to have, because there's some wedding ceremonies out there, folks, that are just not doable. And I will not cross that line. I don't care how much you pay. I don't care how much you think that would be worth. I'm not going to do it. And at the end of the day, guys, if that is just not what you want, then you're going to have to find someone else. That's that simple, guys. But I am not going to do anything that should not be done. Now, let me say, guys, sometimes, and we all do, sometimes you slip up and, maybe say something that you shouldn't have. Yeah, sometimes you might have done something, you go like, oh, I should have done it a different way. We also have those moments. I'm not going to do anything on purpose that jeopardizes, guys, my name in this community, because I know for a fact that that's one of the things that they're trying to do. And I mean, some people have got to be really, really stupid to think that we're going to go out there and trying to do something that should not be done, especially not seeing an identification, a physical identification. It's not going to happen, guys. Welcome back home. Thank you, Pedro. It's good to be back home. Thank you, Kanina, hermosa Kanina. Tell us everything about the Montaña de Siete Colores. How cold was it? Price. At one point, I even saw you eating a full-on meal up there. Tell us all that. Let me tell you guys, La Montaña de Siete Colores is amazing, amazing, amazing. I wanted to test myself in regards to seeing if I could endure. I mean, take into consideration a lot of people that go into Peru suffer from altitude sickness. Actually, there was a couple of people on there in the tour that probably as they were suffering from it along the way. hard time breathing, can't assimilate, dizzy headedness. I saw at least one individual that was going through stuff like that. Let me tell you guys, before going up there, had ourselves a quick little breakfast, which included mate. And didn't know what mate was, but then I came to learn that mate is tea made out of coca leaves. And let me tell you, that stuff's pretty good. Este, so I had myself a tea, cup of tea, then went off to La Montaña de los Siete Colores. And let me tell you guys, I actually thought, well, heck, I honestly thought that, you know what, I'm going to go up half the way up the mountain top and decide to just come back. Not going to do it. That's why I was very, very cautious in my words that I put up there. I said, I'm going to try. Because at the end of the day, guys, it's all you can do. Try. So I did try. And I succeeded. And a lot of it, guys, has to do with me losing 260 some pounds. I don't know how much I lost in this trip, but I'm going to guess that I probably lost 4 pounds this trip. And I'll find out tomorrow morning because my weigh-ins are in the morning. But I was up there at the point where everyone takes the picture in front of the mountain of the seven colors, which is actually the mountain the mountain has only been present for the past 6 7 years, and the reason because of that is that it was covered with snow because of global warming. Global warming exists, guys. I don't care how many people out there want to think that global warming does not exist. Global warming exists. Now, is it just a cycle in the earth to whereas things go down and they come back up? I do not know. But anyone out there that wants to, argue that, uh, global warming doesn't exist, you're not looking at things in the same way that a lot of us other folk are looking at things. And the reason that the seven color mountain was found was because of global warming. And again, more power to it. And it had those layers, guys, of sentiment, based again on the weather. It's just beautiful. That's where the iconic picture is taken, guys. And I took me a couple of pictures on there, besides taking pictures with the llamas that I couldn't get enough of. After that, there's a higher peak. Mocumbo. I put up the name. That's at 5,000 meters over sea level. And I was asked, I said, hey, do you want? I said, I think I'm okay. I said, I think I'm okay because I'm already here at the iconic picture. I already had my passport stamped with a seven color mountain. Guys, it's amazing. But this young girl from El Salvador, whose family was calling me president, el presidente, she says, vamos despacito, usted la puede hacer. No se desanime, llegue hasta lo máximo. And I said, I'm going to do it. And I think that's why a lot of the times, guys, inspiring words, they do help out. So I said, screw it, let me do it. So I started, and I was having these little thingamajigs, like little ski things. I don't know what they're called, but for hiking palos, something. But I started to slowly edge up. Let me tell you, I am deadly afraid of heights. But the view up there, guys, and I made it, man. I made it. The view up there was so spectacular, guys. So spectacular. The colors, guys. And let me say, guys, I appreciate a lot of folks out there going and seeing the pictures. The pictures are great, guys. They don't tell the whole story, guys. They don't tell the whole story. They can't. It's that those pictures do not give that place justice, guys. It is too beautiful. I ate chicharrón de alpaca. That's the meal that I had up there. Chicharrón de alpaca, which is trocitos de carne, chicharrón, and potatoes. A lot of their diet down there is potatoes. And I ate a couple of the chicharrones because I couldn't eat them all. And they have these stray dogs all over the place. I mean, but they're so well behaved. I mean, just literally all over the place. And up there wasn't the exception. So I had me some alpaca chicharrón as much as I could because I don't eat that much. And I threw the rest to the dog, and the dog was happy. Happy. Let me say that the only way that you could probably get up there is via a tour guide, and so I used a tour. I paid $45, I think was the price that I paid for the tour, and let me tell you guys, well worth it. Really, well worth it. I will say that I usually, when I go out on these different trips, folks, I'm mesmerized by the cathedrals, the churches, because I do my best to go to churches. This time around, the attractions that are around the churches, the cathedrals, amazing, amazing. Machu Picchu, guys. Oh my lord, my dream came true. Machu Picchu, dream came true. Machu Picchu, Machu Picchu. I can't even describe it, guys. It's magical. It gives you energy. It's inspiring. I hate trying to move the thing here. Oh. That's one. So, guys, if anyone wants to plan a trip to Peru, I have the perfect tour guide. She is dependable. She's amazing. A very, very loving tour guide. That's what I started. I started a band. It's called 999 Megabytes. We haven't gotten a gig yet. That's a good one. Not. And I hope your week is going well. Please give my good friend Scott Jameson. Hey, Scott. Love you, man. Love you all the way down under. I'm coming from the land down under. Ready for Cowboys. Pitada at más dinero con el Michael. Is the season starting this week? Let me tell you, being away for a week really just boggles my mind. Classical. Welcome back, James. Will you take it out again? Welcome back to that same old place that we laughed about, where the names haven't changed as we turn around. The dreams ever made. Oh, who thought the Legion? Who thought the Legion? Can't remember. Bienvenido y muchas bendiciones. Bendiciones, Pati. It's good to be back, mi amor. Was the guy that BPD arrested from the Shot Republic fight the one who kicked the down guy on the head? I don't have that information as of yet. I'm going to say that the guy was not very hiding in regards to his identity. So if it not him, how long is it going to take to get the guy that was kicking my man in the head? Guys, I only had 3 hours of sleep. Bienvenido, Erasmo. Gracias a Dios, ya llegó con bien. Gracias. I'm going to finish the comments and I'm going to end tonight. Welcome home. Thank you, Arnoldo. Catalina Presas for board member. Catalina Presas, Kathy did an amazing job. Very, very proud. Kathy is well spoken. Kathy knows her facts. Kathy knows her information. I think she did a great job yesterday. And good guys, Kathy and I have not always agreed. As you all know, I ran against Kathy back in 1986. I think 86. Can't remember. 96. 96. No. Can't remember. 2016? 2016. 4 years. Hey, Amy. ¿Qué te pasa, Erasmo? No te traigas un kilo de tus aventuras. Let me tell you guys, that mate tea was amazing. The candy, I had chocolate, white chocolate, coca candy. Delish. So creamy, so smooth, so yum. Your thoughts on Trey's video he did for the zoo? Es to profit or no. I have not seen it yet. Anything that the mayor does in regards with the zoo is not going to be made for profit. And again, that's one of the things that I think me and Trey understand really, really well. Guys, running for office isn't easy. Holding an office is even harder, guys. So let me say, in that respect, hats off to the mayor. Hats off to the mayor. Now, do I agree with a lot of the things that he puts out there? No, I've been very vocal about them. Nothing has changed. Casa de Nylon, the illegal alien camp right there, paving Adams Street, while there's other streets out there in West Brownsville, West Fronton, down southmost that need a desperate touch up, guys. I think those are all missteps. And I think that ultimately it's going to cost the mayor if he were to seek re-election. I don't think that that's the case at all. But with that said, if that's what he opts to do, I'm okay with it. I'm falling asleep. What's your favorite taqueria for in Brownsville? That's hard. I think uh, tomorrow I'm going to go to a new restaurant called Humdinger's. Humdinger's, and it's a burger joint. A burger. I guess I shouldn't say joint right after coming from Peru. It's a burger place. It's, and I was invited to go eat by a friend, uh, and I'm going to go eat at Humdinger's. Try out a Hawaiian burger. It looked amazing on their social media sites. So I'm going to go check up and see what their schedule is, and stop by and go do a little quick visit. Shoot, got a lot of comments. I'm glad we won't see La Pinguina at the Friday night game. She eats everything in sight and she never wears her mask properly. Never. And again, there's that thin line, Kat. Is that a part of the places that she's not going to go to? I don't know. We'll see. Good evening, Atavo. Good evening. Good evening. Just got out of a good workout. Papa, you should have taken me for a workout. It takes two to tango. It does take two to tango. Good evening, Anelda and most. About time they get a taste of what they did to you. I agree. And let me say, guys, it's a taste because it is not equitable to as hard as they came after me. But you know what? Again, I'm not going to dog anyone in regards to them coming after me. They had a right to. I did. Yo me puse de pechito. It is what it is. Yo me puse de pechito. I should have not had a couple of drinks that night. And I shared with someone because a lot of people don't understand a lot of the things that transpired behind. Guys, I do have a small stomach. So any amount of alcohol is going to register in an adverse way. But again, I'm not going to make excuses, guys. Should never have let myself been set up for something like that. With that said, God's timing is always right, and it's perfect. That is biotin, because I do not want to lose my hair. Mr. Brownsville, hey, Jesus, I love you. I ain't eating off of you, Erasmo. You said, you said we feed off each other. How about some sushi right here in the center? Good evening. Good. Thank you, mi amor. I will be stopping by. Actually, I will be going to the games. Now that I don't have to see La Pinguina, it'll be a lot better for me too. But remember, guys, I will go for the start of the games, a couple of them. And then come back to do the show. Good evening. Good evening. It's good to be back home. Last time I heard that much cussing was when Bam was on the show. That didn't go well. Asmo, will District 3 live with Sylvia accent and let her free? That is partially my concern, Juan Garcia. Look, guys, and I will say this. Qué vergüenza, ¿no? Qué vergüenza de que we've been calling Sylvia out for her raterío for years, guys. For years. Qué vergüenza. que at en las meras narices of our local law enforcement, Sylvia could not be stopped. It's embarrassing, guys, that the federal government had to come in. The federal government. And still, these people want to fool me by having someone come to my office with a copy of an ID. Whoever's behind this, I don't know if it's local law enforcement. I don't know if it's someone from uh, anywhere, county, city. I don't know. Guys, I'm not going to fall for that crap. But that's what they do. They try to go after individuals that are vocal and speak up against them. Guys, if they put as much effort and time as they did in coming after Erasmo Castro by having him on the front page of the Herald every other day, guys, for 3 months. Crappy Channel 4, Channel 23 news, guys. They were out there saying that Erasmo Castro was at a sex shop, an adult sex store. Never happened, guys. I have never been in a Brownsville sex store shop, adult shop, ever. I think the closest thing I ever did to coming into Pokey's Planet, which is what they accused me of, was when I ran for mayor and I poked my head in and said, "Can I put up a sign here on Boca Chica?" And they said, "The owner's not here." And I said, "Bye." So, Juan, will the district attorney go after Minerva or let her slide like Sylvia? I'm going to trust no. I'm going to trust that he's going to do the right thing. I'm going to trust until he doesn't. And then we'll be having 2-hour shows again, baby. It's my birthday, and you get happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my Mora. Happy birthday to you. Many more, Papa. You know what is more disturbing than looking at a high altitude heights? Pinguino's face. That chick is ugly. You have to experience it yourself in order to appreciate my yes. And you know, Joe, it's kind of trippy because throughout my life, Joe, I saw pictures of Machu Picchu, and I thought, like, wow, they don't do it justice. You have to be there, folks. You have to be there to feel the energy, to feel history, guys. You have to be there. So again, anyone and everyone that wants to plan a trip, it's a perfect time, guys. There aren't a lot of tourists. I would say that very inexpensive to go. Go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amber. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Good evening. Hey, so my friend is going to adult ed class at night. Yeah. Because they're offering these free classes, guys. And let me tell you, one of the key words down here for everyone to jump at is when something is free. I remember the cheese lines. Does everyone remember the cheese lines? The lines that would collect here in front of Immaculate Conception Church to get some free cheese. I love that cheese. Needless say, the adult run doesn't work. Doesn't want hire more people to give classes. Yeah, it's crazy. Let me say, guys, I believe in those programs. I want those programs to succeed. Did you find that hematitis rock? Let me tell you, I found a couple of rocks that are a little bit better. I got one hematita rock, which is this one, and it's iron based, and it's just beautiful. I also got this one, which and before I show it, let me tell you, I love this stone. So it's going to be very hard to part with this stone. Look at this. Do you see that? What the lady said, Yvette. Look at this. Look at that. Can I know it's hard to appreciate like that. What she said, if because there's little fissures in there, she says if you put a little screwdriver and you cut it in half, you'll get the core of the rock, and the core is extra beautiful. But look at this. Doesn't it look beautiful already? So I'm going to see if I cut this in half and send you part of it, because this is beautiful. Look at that. And I brought that from over there. This is the crystal that I found in Machu Picchu. You see that? Look at that. You see that little crystal right there? All this is a little crystal thing. And some of them are really pretty shaped, baby crystals. I found this near Machu Picchu. I was trying to find that rock that I had the uh, the fossil in. I can't find it. See this greenish rock? Can you see it? It's in one of these. Here's another. These are from the mountain. These are from Seven Color Mountain. These are the green ones. These were the ones all scattered around. So I collected those. I haven't even cleaned them out. I also got these little babies. These, I don't think I can show them. These little babies are from the Inca ruins, and I was able to scratch some off here and there. This one I found was interesting. I think this one came from the Inca ruins, but it's really small, but it's got some crystals in there. I thought that was kind of cute. One of my favorites is this one. It's hard to appreciate. Since you asked, these are the other stones that I brought, guys. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to turn this into a stone show. It's shaped like an egg, Obsidiana. This is beautiful. This is actually going to my attorney, Obsidiana. Look at that. Look at that color, guys. It's the shape of an egg. This is going to my attorney. Angela, I love you. Oh, shoot. Look at that. You see that? I love that. And this one. And I have pendants like these and this one. I don't think you can appreciate that, but it's purple and it glitters. This one was my favorite. It's called a moonstone. And when the light hits it, it becomes translucent. This is a cute one. Cute one. Those are my rocks. A friend asked me for a rosary, and I brought them a rosary. So if you are listening, you know who you are. What do you think of numbers BISD put out today? True numbers or not? No. Let me say, guys, I think I've been very, very consistent. Very, very consistent. And I've been consistent for the longest time. The numbers do not add up. And I'm horrible at math. And we said it at the start of the pandemic. It's just, there's no way to believe these people in regards to the numbers. They are trying to trick us into having this false sense of security, which I think personally is a mistake. Erasmo for mayor, Browntown. I agree. Zup, Ticker. Good night, Han. Good night, mi amor. I'm ready to turn to it. We will have some food ready for you at the game. Woo! Boom. Isn't that crazy? That's. Let me say this, guys. I love you all. Um, I was speaking to Assad yesterday, and look, guys, it's just a fact. It's Erasmo is the guy that's known in the city, guys. People don't know who the mayor is. People don't know who their board members are. People know who Erasmo Castro is, and my people have always been very, very good to me. So I will accept your food at the game. Oh, good night. Good night, Tavo. Ves descansa. Erasmo BISD has reached a new low. They're hiring ugly ass male teachers and no MILF. Javi Castro, qué bueno que ya está aquí. Sí, Ashley. It's Shelly. Ya era tiempo, it's Shelly. Next time, go to Athens, Greece. Lots of ruins and Greek history. Um, I was actually planning to spend a day in Greece, in Athens, but now I might just plan a whole trip to Athens. Don't know. Good evening. Good evening. Yes, San Jose Church. Ah, remember the free cheese? I want you to sing for me on my birthday too. Yes, of course. I will be here, mi amorcito. Keep it beautiful. It is beautiful. Look at that. And I got this big old chunk. And I think it's gorgeous. Look at this. Can you see the shine, the colors? It's beautiful. I've got this thing for rocks. Do you think Sylvia? Do you think Sylvia, the Miklo character, while she's in, I'm not understanding that if you, but I think it's shirt's funny. Split it. I want to because I want to send Yvette a part of it. I'll probably do that because I'm interested in seeing the inside and I want you to have a piece of it. It's ingenious rock. It's from wide down in the air. Yes, you're right. Isn't this beautiful? So I might cut it, and if I get 3 good pieces, I'm sending one to the geology teacher in Los Fresnos that asked me for some, and part to you, and I'll keep a little part. So we'll all 3 be connected. So beautiful rocks. Those rocks are full of energy. Yes, I feel it. I love it. Oh shoot. Se va a enojar Jimmy. He is the one usually showing. Oh, I wonder if your name was brought up during closed session. Probably. And you know what? I don't care. Erasmo, ¿sabes dónde queda Mariscos El Marino en Matamoros? Te recomiendo ese lugar. No sé exactamente dónde está, pero mándame la dirección, mi rey. Está en la zona peatonal por donde pasan las... Joe Biden está bien conejo, pero más conejos están los que... Have a good night, Cat. I love y'all. Have you heard about the ambulance city ordinance in Harlingen? No. Send me information. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Guys, it's good to be back home. I love y'all. I miss y'all, guys. Shows will be back to normal starting tomorrow. Be back on here tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Go to Alaska. Anyone that's been there that falls in love with Alaska, king crabs and salmon every day. Yum. Lox. Bagels and lox. Guys, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for your kindness, your friendship. Thank you for being good to me. If you're on YouTube, please like that channel before you leave. Please. As I greatly appreciate it. Guys, tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the morning, we're back in business, baby. And I don't have another trip till the 30th of The 30th of September. Going to Oaxaca. Ah. Welcome back. It's good to be back. Guys, I love y'all. Stay safe, social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer if you still believe in that. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Guys, be good to each other. And please, please continue to be good to me. God bless.